Good afternoon, everybody. Lynn here, and I just thought I'd do a quick tea at 3. Here we go, who's joining me with a cup of tea at 3 this afternoon. I've just swung round the other way because the light is coming in that way, and it's better to have the light coming forward than behind me. So you have a different view of my little home office here. And what I wanted to do was just hop on and say, for anybody local who's here on the Isle of Wight, hello Roger, anybody local here on the Isle of Wight, I just wanted to remind everybody that I had networking evening tonight at Kiva's Cafe, and Kiva's Cafe is next door, hi Paul, next door to Iceland in Ryde, and so anybody who wants a chance to network tonight will be more than welcome between 6 and 8 o'clock tonight there. What we will be doing within the cafe is live streaming. So anybody who's not on the island but wants to see into our meeting tonight, then I will be live streaming from the cafe. I am known as Livestream Lynn, and I hop on here often to bring my messages. It's far easier than writing blogs for me. It's far easier than other methods. I just hop on and live stream. And one of the things that I'm so delighted with is that the card business that I belong to, weallsendcards.com, has oh, wow, it's wonderful. I joined the business back in October when it was still a very fledgling business. It's just about a year old now, this business. And it's a print-on-demand cards business. And I've been watching and I've been promoting the cards, but suddenly it's got a whole lot better. They've made so many changes and they've brought on so many new artists. In fact, we as people in the business, those of us who are business builders like me, we've introduced artists to the business. Hi Jane, we've introduced artists, we've connected charities to the business, and so loads of people are benefiting by getting connected with We All Send Cards. The fact that on average in the UK, I think we send 33 cards each. It's not difficult to find people who want cards, and I wanted some cards because I'm live streaming and because I'm trying to encourage everybody else to live stream, push that damn button, just get on and do it. And I wanted a card that reflected that. So I went on the Business Builders, in the Business Builders page. We've got a group on Facebook, and I went in there and I said I'd love some cards based around the live streaming, getting people to live stream. And that was yesterday. And today I've actually got in my shopping basket online, I have got at least 3 cards that have reflected that were designed they were designed last night, and actually I was able to order them this morning. Another designer has designed another couple, and now I've asked for more social media cards. Absolutely. That's wonderful. Yes, Paul, we do this wonderful stuff for those of us in the business who are business builders, wonderful business people who are artists and designers, wonderful business for charities to raise. And Paul, they've changed the charity bit as well. It's made even better. And I will be talking to some charities this week because I'm so excited that they can raise more funds. Hi, Lisa. And so just really, really delighted with the whole We All Send Cards business, and the fact that I just asked, is there a subject, a card that you want, a particular greetings card that you want? Because all I said was, can I have a greetings card around live streaming? And Leslie came up with, if you look at my profile picture on my Facebook page, Leslie pinged that one. She's made some other a couple of cards, and Maureen Croft has made some cards, and other people are looking at my request and are going to come in with cards. There will be so many cards around that we will be spoilt for choice. But if you've got particular things, the range now in the We All Send Cards is massive. There's over 3,000 cards, and I can't keep up with all the new designers coming on and all the lovely creations. Every time I go and look, there's new cards there. But if there's not something there you like, then why not ask for it? Because that's what I did yesterday and today. Now, if I had been home in time, I didn't get in till after 12:30. If I'd been home at about 12 o'clock, I would have actually even got those cards ordered and they would have been dispatched today. What we have to do is design our cards. Anybody who wants to send a card through, we all send cards. If you're ordering it and personalising it, you need to do it by 1 o'clock if you want it dispatched the same day. Now, if I'd have been in time, they would have not only been designed last night, but they would have been dispatched today and probably with me tomorrow. As it is, we've got a bank holiday on Friday, so I'm going to finish ordering. They're in the checkout basket now. I'm going to finish ordering those. They will probably arrive on Saturday, and then I will hopefully live stream them. It will be down now to the Royal Mail. And I know, Paul, I was telling somebody about that. Paul asked for some LGBT cards, and now they're a fantastic selection, and they're lovely. And the person I was talking to was I ran a nursery school for 21 years. I love the colours of the rainbow, so I love all the LGBT cards. They really resonate with me. They're just beautiful cards. And the gentleman I was talking to earlier, who popped round, I was just telling him about it because he was talking about Pride. We've got the UK Pride. Hi, David. We got UK Pride. We were very privileged to get the Pride to actually come to the Isle of Wight, the whole UK Pride this year in the summer. And the gentleman I was talking to is working with the Pride people on some creative stuff they're doing. Hi. And we were just having such a chat about it. And I was telling him, Paul, about how you asked for some LGBT cards, and within a short space of time, we had a whole range of them. So basically, if you've got a card you want designed, just ask for it. I've asked for some more social media cards reflecting things to do with social media. I mean, the cards I've got, I don't know, actually, hang on. Sorry. I'm going to lift you. Hang on tight, folks. I'm going to move you. Whoa. Look. Sorry. Oh, I better move. Oh, hang on. I better, because we're the wrong way round. Look, this is one of the cards that Leslie designed. Look, the picture she's taken from my profile picture on my page. She knows I live stream every night at 10, so she's got 10 p.m. live with Lynn. And there we are, look, that's reflecting me on the computer. So wasn't that wonderful? I just was so excited with that one. And the other cards I'll show you when I've actually got them and when they're physically here. Isn't it fantastic, Paul? It's just amazing. Actually, I don't know if I can, perhaps I can show you the other cards. Hang on. Let's go into my, hang on. Let me go in my basket. Look at this. Oh, sorry, hang on. Oh, that was an amusing card. First card I saw. That's Leslie's sense of humour, and I love that. I was watching some people the other day who were buying Mother's Day cards, and they came in the shop, and some of them just picked up the first card they saw. It says this is actually a greetings card. It wasn't the one I was going to show you, but it's hilarious, and it's down the bottom there. It says #not bothered, but that's what I meant to show you. What I was going to show you was in my basket here. Let's go to my basket. Let's show you. These are the cards that I want to show you that I've actually put in my basket ready. Or how do I get them? There we go. Let's see. So look at, whoops, sorry, I'm struggling now because I've got the thing on. Can you see the thing? Feel the fear and do it anyway. That's the front of the card, that bit. Feel the fear and do it anyway. And then this one is this is the inside of the card, and I've personalised this card, and it says, look, make me proud. So I'm going to send this to somebody I want to get live streaming. And then there's me on the little Bitmoji. Look, I love my Bitmoji. See this? See, that's a little caricature of me there, which is actually a program called Bitmoji. And I've got all sorts of things there that I can put in, and it says, make me proud. And then I put, you will be glad you did. Regards, live stream Lynn. So that was one of the cards. Let's go back to the basket, and I'll show you the others so this one, I've used it. This next one, whoops, hang on, where does it say personalize? Look, I've used it as my profile picture for Facebook, but it's also a card there we go. So, you know, there you can see the card there. That's the card. And then inside I've personalized it and it says, do it, and a little Bitmoji again. You know, there's so many Bitmojis that are so appropriate to so many things. So I've put that in. I've made the background the same color, similar color to the card. And then I've used the same color for the writing, because you can change the font and you can change the writing. And there we are. It says, you know, you should make me proud, Livestream Lynn. So that was card number 2. Let's go back to the basket now. Show you card number 3. And this was another one. Let's show you. They are sitting in my basket ready to check out. So there we are. Look, that one's, sorry, I'm wiggling the camera, but I've got a big tripod on and I can't stand it on the desk, or you won't be able to see. It says go live, and it's got lots of can you see all round here? There's icons all round. Whoops, hang on. Can you see these icons are all social media icons? So it says go live, it says push the damn button, which is what I try to encourage people. Then, hi Debbie, hope you're enjoying this. I'm just showing off some of the personalisation of the cards I've just done, Debbie. I wanted cards to reflect the go live, push the live stream button. And these are what Leslie came up with. Maureen's done some as well, and I'm enthralled. Hi Sharon, look, so this is the inside of the card, and again I've got some of my Bitmoji pictures. So there's you can do it, make me proud, do it, and then a shout out. Look, because I'm shouting out anybody who goes live, starts to go in live. And on the inside of the card it says embrace the power of the live stream. You will be so pleased with the result. You will probably wonder why you didn't start earlier. Now go and have lots of fun. Hashtag livestream Lynn. So let's spin it round. As I say, there are more cards coming, but you know, I can't think of another business where you'd hardly breathe the sentence and say, I want some cards, some live stream cards, you know, to depict live streaming, and they were actually created within of such a short space of time. Hi Jen. They were created in such a short space of time, and I've been able to put them in my checkout basket ready to go. So I'm really, really excited about that. So that was, you know, something that really resonated so well with me, to be involved with a business that actually cares what we want. And I know that the recipient, I haven't decided who those are going to yet. They are going to go to people who I want to get live streaming. And Jen, who's just come into the broadcast, she is part of, and I've just realised I forgot to, yes, it is so easy to upload the images. Yeah, Jen, I forgot to put the Ladies Go Live in this, because I suddenly came on at 3 o'clock and decided I wanted to tell people about my networking meeting tonight. Hi Lynn, and about my wonderful card business. And oh, there's Maureen now. Maureen, who's just come in, is also designing some cards. Maureen, I was just showing the cards that Leslie had done. They're in the background there, and I gave you mention that, you know, you've designed some cards for me. I just think this business is just amazing. So I'm so delighted. And I just thought I'd just hop on there and have a cup of tea with you and chat. Yes, thank you. Again, I realised I can put that in afterwards. The main purpose of coming on quickly, Jen, was I suddenly realised it was 3 o'clock and I could do tea with Lynn at 3. And I have a networking meeting at 6 o'clock. So anybody who's on the Isle of Wight are more than welcome to come along to Kiva's Cafe at 6 o'clock, between 6 and 8. Karen is making sandwiches and free sandwiches, free teas and coffees for anybody who attends. I've got some lovely new businesses, because I run a network group called White Buzz, for those of you who are not sure about that, and I help people raise their visibility. So live stream is a fantastic way for doing that. So at 6 o'clock, or between 6 and 8, we probably will go live from Kiva's Cafe, and I might introduce you to some of the business people there. Got some new people, some people I haven't met yet are coming along. And of course, what's the best way to raise your awareness and your visibility is getting along and meeting people in networkings. Hi, Sarah, and not only coming to the network meeting, but doing the live stream, getting the businesses out there. I mean, Jen, who's in here, is part of the Ladies Go Live, the 3 lovely ladies who set up Ladies Go Live. And they have been embracing live stream for a long time. I've been live streaming for a long time. I've seen the power of it. And of course, you as an audience out there, are embracing the power of it too. I do a lot of things in my community. I live on the Isle of Wight. We are a destination, a holiday destination. Our tourism numbers went right down. And so I'm doing my bit to get more people to come to the beautiful Isle of Wight. So I do have a page called isleofwight.live. That's a page, it's Isle of Wight with no gaps in it, isleofwight.live. And you've bought the 14 cards already. Yeah, they're so lovely, aren't they? Hi, Bob. Yeah, so on the Isle of Wight page, I do things like live streaming the Penguin Plunge for Age UK at Christmas, the Santa Dash, a long ride Esplanade, the classic car show that we had earlier on in the last year, the carnivals. We have so many carnivals on our island, so I go out and I live stream. Oh, lovely, Lynn. Were you there at carnival time? If you weren't, you can go to the isleofwight.live Facebook page and watch the carnivals, because I live streamed them and they're still there. I also have a YouTube channel where what I usually do is I save my Facebook lives onto Facebook, but I also download them and upload them to YouTube. And a lot of those are on my Lynn Blackledge YouTube channel. You love seeing the hovercraft. Yes, Paul. And I love being on Ride Seafront and taking pictures of the hovercrafts. One of the funniest was if you go from the bus station to the hovercraft, you can get across to the hovercraft. There's a little railway. The island train line comes along, so you have to go up and over a bridge to get to hovercraft. If you can't do that, and usually I've got my shopping trolley, so I walk round the long way. But one day I went up and on the bridge, and I was live streaming from the bridge when the hovercraft came in. That wasn't too bad, but when it went out, oh right, that's fun, Lynn. As the hovercraft went out, I got covered in spray. I don't like heights, so standing on bridges anyway is a bit scary for me. And I was standing there because I wanted to show the beauty and the ease of which you can get onto the island. It was specifically for anybody who wasn't necessarily sure about the island. You can come in. I'll go and do some more live streaming down there, but you can come in by hovercraft onto the Esplanade. You can come in. That's from Portsmouth and Southsea. You can come in from Portsmouth on the Fast Cat. That comes to the end of Ryde Pier, and then you can get the Island Line train down the pier to the Esplanade, and then there's the bus station there. You hate heights yourself, yes. One of my fears too, Jen, but because I'm a live streamer, I have to feel the fear and do it anyway. And I am getting better at it, but it is scary sometimes. And I see, Sarah, thank you. You've just subscribed to my YouTube channel. How wonderful was that? And I believe I'm seeing you tonight at the networking. Hi, Mark. Nice to see you. Mark is one of the pastors at one of our local churches, Newport C of E, down in Newport, in the middle of the Isle of Wight. Lots of things going on there, and they support lots of activities. They also support I'll tell you about that in a minute, Paul. They support the homeless. They have a rack of food that the homeless. We have a big homeless problem coming in on the island, and Mark's church support that amongst lots of other things they do. That's good. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm not sure. Is it Sarah? Tell me if I'm pronouncing that right. Is it a Sarah or a Sarah just without the H? Now, the picture that Paul is referring to. He says, I like the picture of you with your shopping trolley and what looked like you had knocked down a student. Yes, well, actually, I will tell you the story of that. On Friday night, I got a message from my brother living here on the island, and he asked late on Friday night, would I like to go to the theatre in Portsmouth on Saturday afternoon? And I was able to change what I was doing because I wasn't going to turn down a free theatre ticket. And what had happened... It's Sarah without the eight, right? Okay, lovely, Sarah. I like to get it right if I can. So what happened? My brother was trying to order a ticket for him and for his wife to go and see Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, the stage show over in Portsmouth. And the theatre the booking thing wouldn't let him order 2 tickets because there were 3 in a row. There was just 3 next to each other. I think this is disgraceful. I think really that, it is not a good business to say to somebody, you can't buy 2 tickets, you've got to buy 3. Having said that, I was a lucky recipient of a ticket that my brother bought because he wanted to sit in the front seat of the circle and there were seats there. So he bought the tickets for some mothers to have them. And of course, I have a wicked sense of humour. Hi, Leslie. Oh, Leslie, we've just been singing your praises and showing off the beautiful cards you did. And I've got them all in my checkout, in my basket, ready to finish ordering them. I missed the 1 o'clock deadline because I was out, but I'll get them done. Anyway, sidelined, that as Leslie came in, sorry, I went off on a tangent like I always do. So anyway, I said to my brother, yes, I would love to go to Portsmouth. So we went across to Portsmouth and we watched the stage show, Some of Us Do Have Them, which is now on tour. And if you get a chance and you have a wicked sense of humour, do go. I'm not quite sure where it's going next. Just punch it in, Some of Us Do Have Them tour, and it will tell you. But Joe Pasquale is playing Frank Spencer, and he was amazing. The whole crowd were amazing. So we had this wonderful show. Then we had to walk back to the station in order to get the train one stop along to get the ferry back to the Isle of Wight. And so we were crossing the Guildhall Square. And now in the Guildhall Square, there's a big square outside the Guildhall, hence its name. There's a statue of Queen Victoria. Now, many of you will know that Queen Victoria was often not amused. Anyway, so of course, with my wicked sense of humour, I'm standing there with Lilac Lil and I see Queen Victoria being not amused. And I say to my sister-in-law, can you take a picture of me looking up at Queen Victoria with Lilac Lil? Because Lilac Lil is my shopping trolley and she's a personality of her own and she gets up to mischief too. Together we're a disaster. Anyway, so I was doing this and pointing up to Queen Victoria, who was looking not amused at me. And my sister-in-law was taking that picture and a girl appeared and there were a pile of it turned out they were students because Portsmouth obviously got a university and lots of students in Portsmouth. And she came up and she said, oh, sorry to bother you. I said, oh, do you want some help? Do you want me to take your picture? Because that's what she had, a camera in her hand. And she said, well, I do want a picture taken, but we want you in the picture. So, oh, right, okay. I hadn't even met these people before, but these are the things that happen in my life. So she said, okay. I said, right, what have I got to do? She said, well, we want you to pose for a picture with your shopping trolley, and we want it to look like you've run a student over with your Lilac Lil. She then knew it was Lilac Lil because I introduced her. And so that, Paul, was hence the picture. Now, some people saw that picture and really worried that something bad had happened. It was staged. It was a fun thing. It was staged to look like Lilac Lil had run a student over. No students were harmed in the making of that photograph. Okay, so I promise there were a lot of tears and a lot of laughter. Tears of laughter there were. Lots of fun. And I can see, thank you for all the interaction coming out now. All the lovely smiley faces there coming in. So, we do have a laugh. It's all about having a laugh. Laughter with Lynn is a programme I do on Saturday night, but every night at 10 I try and broadcast, and we have some humour try and get humour into every broadcast. I have been to the library today and I've got out some books, one called Dumb Wit and one called some nonsense rhymes and all sorts. So I will be live streaming all sorts of different things, and I hop on and off camera whenever I think that there's something to be said and something to share with you all. And what I do love and I do appreciate is that you all come here and see me. Do you know what? I'm going to put my funny glasses on just because I can. There we go. My Dame Edna glasses, because I can. And I just love the way that you come in and interact with me. And if I'm feeling a bit down, I don't stay off camera. I come on camera because actually you all motivate me and hopefully I motivate you as well. My idea is to educate, inspire, educate and entertain. And if I can do a little bit of that for some of you or a lot of that for some of you, then my work is done. So I do, Life is so short, and life is for living. I know I watched the ladies go live. I don't know if Jen's still in the broadcast, but I really resonate with Jen. She and I, we seem to have the same sort of sense of humour. The ladies go live. If anybody wants to take part in that, I can give a link for you to. It is a ladies go live 30, and it's a 30-day challenge. I sort of got I asked for the information, but I was so busy I didn't get on board till part way through. But I do hop in and out, and I do try and keep up with what they're doing. But it isn't just for ladies to go live. It's to encourage ladies to go live. Of course, I was live streaming anyway. Excuse me, I'm losing my glasses. So it is important. Hi, Sandy. It is important that we get more and more and more people live streaming. There's so many messages to be told. There's charities that need to be shouted out there. And of course, I've done a lot of things with charities where I've seen charities doing events like the Age UK Penguin Plunge at Christmas, where people were dressing as penguins and plunging into a freezing cold sea. Wonder why I do the live stream? Then I don't have to go in the water. So they were doing that. The Santas, that was a freezing cold day on Ryde Seafront, and that was for the hospice. They were all dashing and raising money, all dressed as Santas. We had Go Orange Day the other day. Unfortunately, there wasn't much that I got involved with to live stream, but I did talk about it on live stream. There are so many charities. And then on Monday night, I was having a meal with the Full Gospel businessmen's group my brother belongs to, and I was sitting next to the speaker, and the speaker was Michael Connolly, who's the pastor of the True Vine Church here on the island, and he gave a wonderful testimony about how he became a born-again Christian, but he also talked about his wife, who was sitting on the other side of the table, lovely Karen, and how she had had a brain tumour that grew for 10 years and was undetected. Thankfully, it finally got detected, and she had some amazing care, and she's now on the road to recovery. She's not fully recovered, but at least she is on the way there, and it was just amazing people. But she was talking about how well she was supported by the Brainy Bunch. Now, the Brainy Bunch is another charity on the Isle of Wight who support people with brain tumours, and the families as well. And I met them. I engaged with them last year because I noticed that there was it was an Everest 13, I think they called it, and it was like the idea of mounting Everest 13 times. So what happened, there was some scaffolding erected on down on Western Gardens, which is one side of Ryde Pier. On the Esplanade, there's a grassy patch on one side that's called Western Gardens, and then the grassy patch way down the other side is called Eastern Gardens. And these things have lots of events going on all year. Things go on these different pieces of grass, and I will be down live streaming. And I seen that it was Everest 13. Whoops-a-daisy. Hi, folks. We might have to stop in a minute because the battery's going low. If I lose you, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Don't know if I can. Whoops. Hang on, folks. Whoops. I wasn't prepared for this one. Let's just. Whoa. I normally plug my battery in there we are. Look, we can, whoops, just hoik this up. Sorry, we have just plugged the battery in so we don't lose the end of the broadcast. There we go. Yeah, so I noticed that this Everest 13 challenge was going on, and basically the local firemen had erected some scaffolding on Western Gardens, and the idea was that the firemen were going to do a 24-hour challenge of going up the scaffolding and down the slide, and up the scaffolding and down the slide, 24 hours. So, and they were raising money for the Brainy Bunch, which is supporting people with brain tumours. And we have an incredible amount of people with brain tumours here on the island, or now recovering as well. And so lots of people to support. And I was just delighted that I saw it. I went down and I live streamed the beginning of it. I spoke to one of the firemen, and actually Mark Grimes, who actually I believe set the charity up, who he himself has had a brain tumour. And and then Karen was talking on Monday night. She was saying how wonderful the charity was in supporting her through what they've had to do, supporting financially, I believe, as well as emotionally, and that. So that's another charity here on the island. There are so many charities to be supported, but also going back to my card business that's here behind me, what I like about that business is that anybody who wants to buy cards that's connected to any charities, if the charities join, and it's free, they don't have to pay anything, they can sign up to be part of this We All Send Cards, and their supporters, hi Blake, their supporters can actually buy cards, and that will that the fact that they buy cards, a percentage of those cards will go to their charity. And Leslie and John Paul, who've set up We All Send Cards, they have a very generous program, generous for the charities, generous for the artists who can get their artists and creators who can get their work on greetings cards for free. Not only do they get their artwork on for free, they have to have it approved, but there's some wonderful designs on there. But not only that, but once they have done that, they have all of us business builders as marketeers promoting all those wonderful businesses. And John Paul's just made the business better and better and better. And he's now done something where I can actually just now share any individual card at the click of a button. So watch out. I will be sharing lots of wonderful cards with you. Hopefully I will be linking more charities to We All Send Cards. And the cards, it's not just for the UK. The cards can go anywhere in the world. Obviously the postage is different, but it is a business that can be done internationally. And Blake there is over in the States. Blake is a new daddy, got a wonderful little baby girl. I've been watching his progress. Blake and I met on social media. We've never actually met in person, but we've met over social media. The power of the live stream. I think it was Blab, probably Blake, back in those days. We were on Blab, which was a platform that's not there now, but that's how we met. Probably through my son, who introduced me to live stream and got me going on this. So there we are. You know, the power of live stream. I can't emphasize enough how fantastic it is. It's great for businesses. It's great for charities. It's great for anybody who's got a message to get out there. It's just great for all sorts of things. Great for making people laugh, which is what I love to do some of the time, lots of the time actually. And so, you know, so as I say, you know, getting more and more people on. And I hope that tonight at between 6 and 8, we will be able to live stream again from my network meeting. So anybody, don't forget, anybody who's watching in, who's on the island, I know some people watching in are already coming to the meeting. It's at Kiva's Cafe in Ryde. That's next door to Iceland. And Karen runs the business, and with Marion, Marion's her business partner. Hi, Peter. So I'm more than happy for anybody to come along tonight, whether you're running a business or not. If you run a charity, do come along. If you're engaged in any way with messages to get out, come along, because learn a bit more about live stream and how social media can get your message out there at a very, very reasonable cost. You know, because my data plan is so reasonable. I live stream every day and it doesn't cost me very much at all. Just, you know, I've got a very, very good data plan and they are out there. So you want to know more about that, or you want to meet some lovely people, or you want to come and have some free coffee and tea and sandwiches, then between 6 and 8 tonight at Kiva's Cafe in Ryde, next door to Iceland. And very, very friendly people. Some people I haven't yet met that are coming tonight, which is great, because lots more new relationships starting. And of course, once those start and people get to know each other, you get the know, like and trust factor in. And then if people want to do business with each other, they feel much more comfortable once they've built that know, like and trust. So this was going to be like a very short broadcast, just a few minutes, but I seem to have rambled on like I usually do. I thank you very much for all of you coming in. I appreciate your time. I hope that there's been a little bit of inspiration, or a little bit of laughing, or a little bit of something, that some takeaway for you. And so maybe I'll see some of you tonight in person. If not, we will live stream and we will be talking to you again, and perhaps I can introduce you to some of the other people, so you'll get to see them. And I hopefully will see you in another broadcast soon. Now, the meeting tonight is 6 to 8, so hopefully I will be able to broadcast at 10 as well, as I usually do. So thank you very much for joining me on what is here now on the island. Oh, lovely. It's just started pouring with rain. That's not so nice. Hopefully it will stop by the time I have to go out. But if it doesn't, then I shall put on my lovely, elegant plastic Mac and go and catch my bus. And I'll see you all in another broadcast very soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye. Sorry, Matt, we're just finishing.